Hey everybody, let's talk about a very important topic, writing in CELPIP, writing in IELTS, writing in general, essays, letter topics, generally whenever you write. There are 10 simple things that you need to follow, and these 10 things basically will be the holy grail of, I've been using that a lot, that word, holy grail of what you need to learn whenever you approach writing. Remember them. And I want to emphasize this because it's not just the tips, like general tips. This is a video about general tips. It's really what you need to be an expert writer. Every time you write, come back to this video, check if you have addressed these 10 things. So if you are doing your exams, CELPIP, IELTS, or any English exam, if you're following these rules, you can do an excellent writing, okay? Rule number 1, it's explanation. So always remember, if you cannot explain it to a 6-year-old, you're not explaining it correctly, okay? That does not mean be wordy. That does not mean write a lot. It means be able to explain it in simple explanation, not simple sentences. There's a difference. You want to have more complex sentences, like difficult vocabulary, but make the explanation simple. Get the content in. For example, if you are talking about climate change and you say climate change happens because of factories, that is not a correct explanation. Like, where's the relationship? So factories produce smoke, which released into the air causes the sun's heat to be trapped within the earth, which causes global warming. You see what I mean? So you should always have a proper explanation. If you cannot explain it to a 6-year-old, you're not doing a good explanation. So that is number 1. Explanation is very important. The second thing is the outline. Outline is something people don't want to do because they feel it's a waste of time and they think they're too advanced to do it. I say it time and time again. People who score an 8 in IELTS or a 10 in CELPIP write outlines. They brainstorm before they start the topic and they write their points, main points, whatever they're going to say in each paragraph. 1 or 2 points per paragraph. This is for my body 1, this is for my body 2. They write sentences, short sentences, just to give them an idea. And that keeps them structured, organized, and they never miss the question because they make an outline. So they're always addressing the question due to that. Another thing is you don't want to under-explain anything, which I think I've kind of covered, so I'm not going to go in detail over it. But at the same time, in this tip, I'm going to say don't also over-explain things, okay? Once you have, I've seen so many essays and writing examples where students write one sentence and the next sentence is basically a paraphrasing of the same previous sentence. So that's ironic. You don't need to do that. Why would you do it? Is because you feel the previous sentence I wrote wasn't good enough. And let me explain it a little more in the next sentence. Don't do that. Don't paraphrase your own sentences because they will just sound repetitive. What you want to do is make different explanations per body, come up with new ideas, but whatever idea you have in a certain body, that should just have a little explanation, enough for a 6-year-old to understand, and you move on to the next thing. Don't keep explaining the same thing over and over again. Now, prepositions and grammar and articles. This is all basically related to grammar. Make sure your grammar is correct. 2 or 3 grammar mistakes are usually acceptable in any exam that you're doing. Anything more than that, you're going to lose your top mark. And by top mark, I mean something like a 9 in CELPIP, something like a 7 in IELTS. So you shouldn't make any grammar mistakes technically. Best resources out there to help you out. Number 1 is grammar, englishgrammar.org. Actually, englishgrammar.org, that's a full website. That has tons of exercises for grammar. It has quizzes and it has answers. So you can check your answers at the end. Download Grammarly on your laptop, write essays there, and Grammarly will tell you your problems in grammar based on whatever you're writing. Third best option is to hire a teacher. Again, at HZad Education, we can help you do that. If you're interested, link is in the description. The teacher can give you feedback and help you improve your grammar drastically. So having good grammar is very important. Filler words is the next thing. Filler words are a death sentence for your speaking and writing as well. What are filler words? And in speaking, we say filler words are things like and so, okay? In writing, there's no but there's everything else. And so, but. you might think these are very common words, and yes, you would have to use them. You cannot always ignore them. You got to use them. They're just so common. But when you have a chance to start a new sentence, to start a new point, try to use connectors or conjunctions. Best ones for and are furthermore, likewise, moreover. Best ones for but are however, nonetheless, nevertheless. Best ones for so are therefore, hence, and thus. Now, if you want a bigger list, type on YouTube HZad Education connectors, and you're gonna see a bunch more, actually a lot more. So use connectors or conjunctions instead of filler words. Next thing is to use adverbs. All right, what are adverbs? Lee, anything with a lee, quickly, slowly, efficiently. People don't use these. This is the least common thing we see among the parts of speech. We would have adjectives, verbs, and everything, but lees are missing. And if you are one of those people who writes lees, adverbs, if you use adverbs in your writing, you are showing the examiner that you're able to use versatility, a range of vocabulary. That's what the mark is in writing, right? Range of vocabulary, and that consists of a range of your parts of speech. The more parts of speech you have, the more low frequency, the more unique it sounds, and you get more marks for vocabulary. Simple, just put a bunch of lees in your answers. Simple example here is if you're writing a sentence saying that the government should curtail drug addiction. You can say the government should efficiently curtail drug addiction. By putting that efficiently, you automatically get more marks. So these are important. Complex words are important, okay? So make sure whatever words you're using, use a thesaurus. Once you're done your writing, check it, proofread it with a thesaurus. Put a lot of words in the thesaurus. Like if you've written basic words like good and so, party, like basic words, party, place, people. So all these things could be replaced. Instead of party, you can say an ecstatic moment. Instead of people, you can say individuals or folks. And instead of place, you can say premises, right? So I just came up with that right now. And if I go to thesaurus, I can see a ton more. That is gonna rejuvenate your vocabulary because you need to do words that other people don't do. That's what's gonna make it unique and stand out and make you more advanced. Next point is to not use contractions. Contractions, like instead of I will, if you say I'll, like ILL, instead of do not, you say don't do that. You're going to lose marks because in writing, a lot of these exams have very formal structures and demands. You cannot use contractions. It just shows you're lazy, so try not to do that. Make sure you use the whole form. Okay, final thing I'm going to say is use complex sentences. I have a video on complex sentences, which is way more detailed. You can check it out again on my channel, HZad Education, Complex Sentences, Simple. What I want to tell you right now is complex sentences are sentences which have 2 points in them, okay? For example, since I am a little excited today, comma, I will try to go to a party. 2 points, starting with a word like since, which divides already the sentence into 2 parts. You know that 2 parts are coming because you're starting it with since. You can also say, because of my drug addiction problems, comma, I need to see a doctor. So by starting the sentence with because, you have 2 points again. So by using complex sentences and keeping a mixture of complex and simple sentences, you show the examiner, once again, that you're not just a basic writer. You can do a variety of things with your writing, and you are in control, and you can make a variety of sentences that give you more marks. Okay, so that's it, guys. I hope this video helps you. Once again, I'm going to repeat my point. Come back and visit it. Do a writing and come back and watch this video. See if you have hit all the 10 points because these are so important. The marking list for CELPIP and IELTS and different English exams has those things, and again, they have different words for it. For example, the adverb, I'm saying Lee, they just say range of vocabulary, which means they need adverbs. So basically it's the same things, I'm just paraphrasing it here, but I've basically given you the marking criteria. Okay, so if you want to do a good job in your exam, make sure you're hitting these 10 points, okay? And if you do like this video, you want to share it with more people so they can get the help as well that they need. Like it if you actually did like it, and please subscribe if you found value. Thank you very much. We'll talk soon. Take care.